What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So I just want to shoot this quick kind of overview video. So just to introduce the 2013 Mini GP2 here to you guys. So I recently just got this and I'm kind of going through everything, my first wash and then everything. I kind of did some stuff in the background. I just kind of wanted to know the vehicle before I introduce it. So kind of skipped a few things. So I pretty much got the car like this. So it was from Washington. It was raining. I had to clean it so that it looks good on video. Um, I haven't done much to it. I just basically took it to the smog station to get it certified. It passed smog. I still have to register the car, so I'm still in the process of doing that. And I have a scheduled maintenance, a major inspection and maintenance on Monday, which is tomorrow. So after everything is checked out and it's all good, then I guess we can do a proper, I don't know, ownership kind of type videos with this. But for now, it's just an intro. So this is a 2013 Mini Cooper JCW GP. So one of 2,000, one of 500 in the US. Technically, you don't really know what number this is unless you bought it brand new and the dealer told you. But apparently, the previous owner put a sticker on it on the top here, noting that this is 131. So I guess this is 131 of 500. So there it goes. I'm gonna go through, I guess, overview of the car condition wise. I would say the condition is about 7 out of 10, arguably. So as you can see, it's pretty good. It's from Florida, so there's some kind of sun like heat damage, I guess, on the decal. It's a 2013 car, so there's some lifting of the dash a little bit, not so bad, but overall super good condition. There's no fading on the. Usually those wheel arches they do fade. This one doesn't have any fade at all actually. No fade on the carbon fiber. The clear coat is still there. 23,000 miles by the way. So sorry, my voice is a little bit off. 23,000 miles, and yeah, I mean, looks pretty good for 23,000 miles for 2013. Good tires. It drove fine. I don't have any issues. No check engine lights. No issues. So we're gonna open the hood and take a look. Let's see. It's always hard to find this thing. There it goes. Careful not to hurt your hand. So it's stock. So when I got this, it had an intake. I still have it in the box over there, but I had to put the stock intake back on because California emissions to get it inspected and everything to pass, you need to have basically a stock car. So I have my battery tender. My first mod on every vehicle, put a battery tender lead, and batteries right there. So to access this, it's not an easy like right here. You can't just access it right here. One of the negative terminal is like buried in there, so you got to remove this battery cover tray. So I kind of skipped that video, but it's easy. It's just this bolt on the back and this bolt right here. After you do that, you just kind of pry it off. You see how it's split half in here? And then basically it just comes off. It's separate. So it just kind of comes off. You just kind of wiggle it out. And then positive there and a negative on the other side. And then you just, there it goes. So it's charged. I keep it charged so that it kind of eliminates any errors on the computers if the battery is kind of low sometimes, or it gets depleted. It sends a lot of errors to the ECU and stuff like that. So I just gonna eliminate that with the battery tender. So overall, very clean car. Has a turbo heat shield. Turbo's right there. I'm expecting it to not have any issues once the maintenance is done on Monday. I just want them to do like a baseline service, so whatever's scheduled for, I don't know, this kind of mileage or what they suggest. But I'm not expecting anything major. But who knows? Oh, one thing though, I tried to remove the wheel locks on this, and the key broke off. So now I'm stuck with the wheel lock. So I don't know how to. So I have to. I guess that's the major problem that I have now. So there's wheel locks. So I don't use wheel locks. I don't like using wheel locks because that stuff happens. And then because if you get stuck in the side of the road, and then the wheel lock broke off, so now I'm stuck. So anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just kind of a short overview. I don't know what else to say right now because I haven't done much to it. I need to just basically, I might do some videos on basically restoring some parts. Basically, I bought some replacement decals already for this. So I'm surprised somebody actually makes this on Etsy. So I ordered that. So this one right here is like kind of like a rough. It's not broken. You know, this gutter. I'm thinking I'm just gonna remove it and then sand it down a little bit and paint it, and then put it back. So my fear is just that there's clips here that I might break. So I might have to buy those. So just in case I do break them, there's I guess online I'm researching. I just buy 20 pieces, so for both sides, so 10 and 10, just in case, because I think there's clips evenly spaced out here. And then I'm just gonna paint it. I'm just gonna paint this maybe like a matte black or a satin black, and then it's gonna look good, I think. So that one's good. I don't have to buy the whole thing. It's not broken. It's just this fade on it. It's kind of bothering me. In a way, the patina is not so bad. I mean, it's 2013. It's fine. It's not like a show car or anything. It's not like, it's a rare car though, so it's nice to have it like presentable. I also bought like a tape thing that a 3M tape that I can make this black out the belt line. But see, it's like at the same time I don't mind it as is, but I kind of like the blacked out look. Blacked out the trim. Black out this headlight bezel, black that out, and then the handlebar, the door handles, black out this tail light trim. I also like the British flag tail light, so that's kind of like my thing personally. There's a fade on the badge here, so I want to replace this as well. This is like $40. Replace that. This one is good. Yeah, so just kind of want to do some, personalization. Nothing crazy. I'm not even gonna try to lower the car even further. It's so low. It's so low already. Like it's just you can lower it half an inch more. It's on stock coilovers. It has the car is set up for track, so it has all the stock track ready mods already on it, and the exhaust is like it's stock, but it still pops. There's a diffuser right there. I want to change the exhaust though. The exhaust does pop and on decel, but it's very quiet. So I want to change that. And the tires, I need to change the tire. These are like Grand Touring all season tires. They're not like PS4S or something. I'm just gonna probably get some AD09 or RT660s for these, something like that, something aggressive because that's what the car is for. And then I just really love the size of these minis. I never really talked about how, like it's one of those things that are like, personally, like I want to try. I just never like had a chance to dive into one. Initially, I was looking into a regular R53, and then it became R53S, and then it became R53 GP. Then I started looking at JCW specifically, R53, R56s, and then like I'm calculating how much money am I gonna dump in, like how much am I gonna like fix it up, like then the idea of just finding a GP came into mind. Just find a GP. I passed on like 3 GPs. I was looking into the GP3 as well, the new one, 2021. It's a much bigger car, the F56 chassis, I guess. This is the R56, so I kind of like this style. I also like that this is a manual. So I forgot to show you guys the interior. Sorry. So the interior, this one's locked. The interior is not, it's great actually. I just did a deep clean on the interior as well. The floor mats a little bit could use a replacement. Probably replace that. Steering wheel is good. Everything is good. Dash is good. I did a leather conditioner and like Alcantara soap clean on the Alcantara inserts. This is a stock Recaro bucket seat that came with this trim. So, and then you see the red light accent. Red light accent. This right here is not stock. This is previous owner did that. I don't know, which is actually kind of okay. But those other ones, these ones right here, and these ones right here, and these ones right here, those are stock lights, and you can change them. They're like RGB, and I didn't know the car does that. But this one is permanently red. So as you can see, there's no back seats on this thing. It never came with back seats, and it came with a roll bar. So overall, it's just like it's such a pure, fun car. All it is bucket seats, steering wheel. There's not even any buttons on the steering wheel, and it's just the shifter, and that's it. That is it, you know. So, yeah. I mean, it's also very cheap to run the cars, like compared to the other cars that are like, you know, much more powerful. It's very cheap to run, which is like very, very nice for me. So I'm thinking I would eventually I want to track this car. This is kind of gonna be my track car, you know, introduce myself to car track days instead of just motorcycle track days. So this is gonna be my car track day, I guess, vehicle. So even though the car is limited, I'm not afraid to use it. I'm gonna use it. I'm hoping I don't have to sell it anyway eventually. So I want to just use it and own it, like it's gonna be mine. So, anyways, that's kind of like my intro of the car. So if you have any questions, comments, just let me know. But really happy with it. I'll take you along once I get started with when I get started with the I guess everything else, like the maintenance, what the report is, and the restoration stuff. I'll bring you guys along. So anyways, until then, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys on the next one.